So a lot of you know how tinting works because you either go to the salon and have your tinting done, or you might have treatments done where tinting is an element of it. You have to make sure, just the same way as when you're dyeing your hair at home, that it's not rocket science. As long as you follow the correct procedure, anyone can do it. You've just got to be careful. With tints, and with any tints that have black in them, this is probably the easiest to react to, basically. So when there's black in the mix, you have to make sure you do a tint test. If you react to black, that tends to be when you get the most severe reaction. So even though it's rare, just make sure you do your tint test. But as long as you know how to safely tint, anyone can do it. It's really not difficult. It's about following the instructions and being careful. What's great about Colorsport is that they've created the Diva range to make it easy for you at home, so that when, maybe say for instance, you're going on holiday, the salon's fully booked, or your favourite therapist is busy, or sometimes even you just don't have a salon near you, you don't have time, you don't have the money. As long as you know what you're doing, you can do this very, very easily at home. So the great thing about Colorsport is that the Diva range makes sure that the products are affordable, but they're also of the quality that's going to get the results. They are created in the heart of the UK, so you know that you're getting a UK-based range. And when you're using these products, you don't have to use them every day. So you've got your 30 days roughly from when you tint either your eyebrows or your eyelashes before you need to do it again. So roughly you're talking about once a month. Just make it part of your routine. But just remember though, for reality's sake, it doesn't mean that it's going to be the full intensity for the full 30 days. It's just that you've got the very gentle fade. So by the time it's time to do it again the next month, you'll be ready to see the results and to see the difference. But it's so handy and so practical because you get that full-on intensity, and then the gradual fade is such that it's a very gentle process. It's not something where you wake up the next day and all of a sudden you need to do your tinting again. It's just really natural, the process. Also, when you do your tinting, you can still use your eyebrow and your eyelash products too. It will just add to the enhancement. But it's a great way to replace using your mascara if you've got eye sensitivity, especially because we're in the summer just now. So many of us have eye irritations with pollen, with hay fever, maybe you're going on holiday and the heat can make your mascara run. Even when you use waterproof, it doesn't mean that it's smudge proof. So if you're going swimming, if you're anywhere near the water, these are all the different reasons why you might want to use a tint, and using your tint at home is so easy. And we're now going to just pop the products out of the packaging and let you see how easy this kit is to use. So taking a look at the 30-day mascara, your eyelash dye kit. So as you can see here, we've got black. It's the eyelash dye kit for just to give you the best natural result possible. So your eyelashes are going to look longer, and the reason they'll look longer is that your lashes, the hairs, just naturally, the tips of them on both the bottom and the top, the tips are fairer. And some of that is just, again, because the tip is the oldest part of the lash, but also because, again, sometimes you've got the bleaching just of the sunlight. That's why when you use mascara, you tend to find that your lashes look longer. And that's because you've actually caught the very tips of the lashes that were most sort of lighter and blonder than the main body of the lash. So simply by tinting the lashes, you're going to make them instantly look longer. A lot of people feel that they look thicker too. So when you open the kit, this is what you've got here. So it's also good to let you know that you've got clear safety instructions here. And it does say that you've got to read the instructions really carefully. So never just try and use a kit and think that you know what you're doing without it. Make sure that you read those instructions thoroughly. It also just draws to your attention that you have to do your sensitivity tests. It lets you know that you could have reactions if you don't follow the instructions, but again, it lets you know exactly how to handle the reactions. We've also got a video on the channel. It's called a contra action if you take a reaction when you're performing a treatment either on yourself or on someone else. So if something happens and it just feels a little bit unusual, Mostly it can be heat starts to feel like it's building up in the area, or you might start to get a twitch if it's your eyes. Then maybe you're just taking a little reaction even though you followed all the instructions. Don't panic, just start to take the product off and give yourself a little eye bath. But again, you can just pop onto the channel and look at dealing with contra actions with tinting, and that'll just put your mind at ease. I want to let you know that even with a reaction which is very rare, don't worry about it. It's one of those things that happens to everyone. Just stay calm, stay relaxed, get the treatment product off, and then if you need to, you can even just pop down to the chemist and get an antihistamine if you did take a reaction. But I just feel when it comes to anything to do with dyes, just always follow the instructions. So very, very thoroughly, all over the packaging, it's got directions for use. You can also go online and look at so many different tutorials for your directions for use too. In addition to that, you've got more instructions, you've got warnings, you've got skin sensitivity tests. The great thing about Diva Colorsport is they really have made sure that everything is so thorough here. They show you exactly how to apply your eye guards, exactly how to prep the eye area, exactly how to put the tint on. They warn you in bold what you should and shouldn't do. They draw your attention to things. They've got the notes. So if you're buying this product, just make sure that you read this, but straight away you've got peace of mind because you know that this company cares about making sure that you are going to get the best possible result. And again, it's so easy to tint. It's just about making sure that you do it safely and you follow the procedure. When you get your products out of the box, you're going to have your spoolie, your mascara wand, and that's just going to be for brushing the tint on. You've got your eye guards. So again, that's just for protecting the eye area, just to make sure. You can do a treatment without eye guards, but these are great because it just makes sure that if there was any dye on the area, you can also have Vaseline or petroleum jelly just there to protect the skin. So you've got almost like the double protection. You'll have the eye guard and you'll have the skin protected too. Then you have got your coloured gel, which will be your black colour. And then you have also got your activating solution. And then what you'll do is mix the two together. So as a professional who's trained in this, I can see that what you've got here is exactly what we have in the salon, but it's just a modified version by the company. So you would use this in exactly the same way. Now we've got our tinting tutorial on the channel, so you can follow that and follow the instructions for how to tint. But again, when you follow the instructions, it's very simple to do. And if in doubt, just look again, look at the website. You can find out your frequently asked questions. You can look at your tutorials. It's always easy to see exactly what to do. But very basically, I'm going to chat you through how you would mix up your preparation for the eyelashes next. So this is what you get when you take your kit out of the packaging. Now, you do use this slightly differently to how we use it in the salon. But again, I think it's very important that you follow the instructions. So, I mean, these kits are so reasonable. The recommended retail price is £2.49, and you can buy them in so many different places, such as Primark, Savers. Probably when you go your shopping, if you go to the cosmetics area, there's a good chance that you'll see it there too. Really important that you follow the instructions, so have a look at them, maybe even just get yourself the pack, get yourself a cup of tea, sit down and just go through them. But basically, you get your spoolie, you get your eye guards, you get your, now let's see what they call it here, the eyelash solution, colour solution. So we would probably refer to that as our developer in the salon. And then you get the colour gel itself. We'd refer to that as a tint. So it's a slightly different way that you do it at home to how we do it in the salon, but it's just as easy. What you always do is prepare the skin. So you're going to cover the skin with a protective eye cream. A lot of the time it's so much easier just to use your petroleum jelly, your Vaseline, all the way around the skin as a barrier. Put your eye guards up as well, pop a little bit of petroleum jelly on them, just slot them under the eyelashes. Again, refer to our tinting video that shows you step by step, but the difference is with the tinting video, watch how to prepare the eyes for a tint, but then follow the Colorsport, the Diva Colorsport instructions for how to apply this tint. You're going to use your solution first, and that is going to basically prepare the lashes for taking the colour, and then you're going to apply the colour itself by applying it to the brush, brushing it onto the lashes. It's all about timings for this as well. The longer you leave something on, the more intense a result you're going to get. And then always remember to remove thoroughly when you're finished. It's all about making sure that there's no residue left on the skin or on the lashes themselves. If anyone can get a little bit of irritation, normally it's because they didn't fully remove the product and they had a little bit of residue there. So again, make sure you follow the instructions, and when it's time to remove it thoroughly. If you're using cotton pads, make sure that by the time you're finished removing the product, there's absolutely no residue on those cotton pads. They are clean. It's also worth noting that with this, men can also use it too, but just make sure that if you're a contact lens wearer, that you do not wear your lenses during the treatment, because you do not want to take any chances that you could have any irritation within the eye and get any into the eye when you're wearing your contact lenses. So when you open the kit, this is what you've got in it. Again, full instructions, a lot of information in the box. Your instruction booklet tells you that there's a video tutorial you can watch on divacolorsport.com. Lots of warnings. It's so important when you're doing anything like this that you read the warnings, hints and tips. Again, links to social so that you can just see. A lot of the time there might be additional information that's on the social media feeds that you can see, some hints and tips there. What you've got in your kit, your little mixing area here, your dye cream, your developing lotion, your spoolie wand, your applicator. With the eyebrows, what you can do, again, protect the skin around it with your petroleum jelly, and then you can either time the colour if you know how long it takes for your hairs to absorb the colour to the level that you like. So for some people they might say 1 minute with the tint on, and I know that that's how long it'll take. For some people they say apply, remove, apply, remove. It might take 3 applications on the left, so then they'll do 3 applications on the right. Everyone's different, so just take your time, follow the instructions, and you'll soon find out what works for you. Just remember when you're applying these products, catch the hairs on the underside as well as above too. But again, there's so many different ways that you can get a good result. It's just important that you don't worry that it's going to be too dark, because it will, again, it'll be a very natural, very realistic fade over the course of the 30 days. So even if you worry that at first it might be slightly intense, that's not forever. It very gently settles in and it will just look really natural, but really effective too. And if you are going to be doing any tweezing or shaping of the eyebrows, any waxing, do your tinting first, because you don't want to have any open follicles, because that'll sting and could irritate. So you want to make sure you do the tinting first. So that's basically an idea of how the products look in the kits and how thorough the brand is. And again, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you thought if you used your own Diva Colorsport tints.